I don't know which one, if that was Tommy or Billy.
I forget which one it was. I don't know who's Quicken or who's Speed. Quicken. No, Speed. I'm sorry, Speed and Wicken.
Quicken.
Yeah, I just. So
Quicken.
So we get the camera on Speed.
What's going on, YouTube? It's SC, place to be chilling, Mr. A&E. Back on the TV experience here. Joining me is the Anime Hero Swag on Zero.
Hello. I was trying to do like this magic effect, but it didn't work.
No, we are a little late this weekend, but you know what? I'm still glad it's in the weekend, and I do apologize that we were supposed to have a lot of content out for you guys this weekend. I appreciate all the ones that have been watching my Justice League reaction. Got that trailer and hopefully more, because we're supposed to do Lovecraft Country, so I'm gonna have to work Swag like a government mule this next week coming up, so we can have this stuff.
I don't want to hear the word government.
Neither do I. But you know what I'm saying? But we gotta get to work.
Yep.
But neither here nor there, guys. It's episode 6 of WandaVision, the Halloween episode. So you know how we do this. We're gonna go give our initial thoughts of how we like the episode, and then we're gonna get into our spoiler breakdown. So Swag, starting off, man, episode 6. We're at Halloween. We are now in the late 90s, early 2000s. So what you think of it?
I feel like the TV aspect was great because this is my era. So I can relate to this a lot easier, especially with the whole Malcolm in the Middle presence around it. I absolutely love that. It's great to see Evan Peters as Quicksilver. Just throwing him into
it. Always is.
Yeah. I'll get into, I don't know if this is a spoiler, but I actually didn't like his character as much in this episode.
Okay.
But further down the episode I did. And we'll get to that. I like the whole vision side of everything as well. So far, this episode everything's ramping up. This is another setup episode. So everything is ramping up.
Yes.
Because I think we have 3 more episodes left, all an hour each. So hopefully we'll get all of that.
So you looked into it to see that they're all an hour?
Yes, Kevin Feige confirmed the last 3 episodes are 1 hour long.
Whoo! Then we got some serious work to do next weekend, bro, because we can't wait this long. We got to do an hour episode.
I can't wait.
All right, so
complete nerdgasm. My bad.
My thing too. I could agree with you on the episode. This episode was great. We are getting into the subtle nuances here. A lot of callbacks. I did enjoy the Malcolm in the Middle, the late 90s, early 2000s, even though, like I said, I watched a lot of 80s TV also.
Right.
A lot, especially the house I came up in. So, I watched a lot of 70s TV. I wasn't born in the 70s, but I watched a lot of it. So I can relate to all those. Because I like to watch old TV shows. But I can understand definitely this is your era of TV, so you can definitely relate to the things that they were doing in this episode. This episode left me with 2 different theories.
I think we all have a lot of theories.
Exactly. I'm thinking it can either go 1 or 2 ways. Like it's either gonna go down this line, it's like a fork in the road. It's either gonna go down this line or it's gonna go down this line. But you know what?
I feel like I know both of them, but we'll get to.
So once again, I give it a complete Nerdgasm. I don't know why I'm the only one that sells that when it comes to Nerdgasm, but hey.
I mean, I don't want to wake my neighbors.
I don't know what people say in my house. He told me, it's okay. But well, guys, here it is. We gave our little quick rundown, so we're getting into the spoiler section. So if you guys have not seen the episode, please turn away from here because we're going to do a complete breakdown of the whole episode. All right, so the episode starts off now. Every time we get a new episode, we got a new intro where we are. So we are now in the late 90s, early 2000s, kind of combined it together because we get, as soon as I see it, I was just like, here come Malcolm in the Middle. Look,
I was ready for it.
My wife, you, Q-Flow, y'all all love Malcolm in the Middle. I am the unpopular opinion. I did not like Malcolm in the Middle.
Is there a reason why?
I don't know. I was like, oh God.
There's not enough civil justice in this show.
No, wow. Okay. It wasn't even there. I was just like, I don't know. Out of all 9 series shows, I was like, I don't know. Malcolm in the Middle annoyed me. And what's the kid's name?
Frankie Muniz.
Yeah. Oh God, he it's annoying, man. I don't know what it was about Malcolm in the Middle. I just never got into it like everybody else did. I got into Boy Meets World more than Malcolm in the Middle.
Boy Meets World season 2 and on. Season 1 was not good. I think the great thing about Malcolm in the Middle is like it really modernized the family. Like everything was like perfect family things, but then the previous decades, and now it's like this is completely dysfunctional.
Exactly. That's what the 90s and the early 2000s brought to you. And this time we actually get Agnes is in the opening credits as part of the cast here, and Pedro has returned. Yeah. So it wasn't just a quick open the door. There he is. He's here for this episode.
Also, what I noticed about Agnes, we'll get to it later, but I noticed that they just put her first name there.
Yes.
And not her last name. So that's a little Easter egg that we could touch on later on.
Exactly. So the theme is Halloween. And so as it comes on, we have, I don't know which one, if that was Tommy or Billy.
I forget which one it was. I don't know who's Quicken or who's Speed. Quicken. No, Speed. I'm sorry, Speed and Wicken.
Quicken.
Yeah. I just so we get the camera on Speed. He's like talking to the camera, and I love the breaking the fourth wall with that.
Yeah, that's the
love that.
Right, yeah. It was sorry.
It was Speed. Yeah. No, Wicken, because he had the costume on.
And Wicken and Speed both had their comic book costumes on, even though Speed resembled more of the older Quicksilver opposed to actually Speed.
Right.
As they're talking and they try not to wake up their uncle, you can see that Pedro is awake listening to their conversation before he wakes up and scares them and starts playing around with them. And Wanda comes down in the classic Scarlet Witch costume. It was actually, for some reason, cool to see that.
I liked it.
Yeah, I like when they make fun of their old comic book costumes.
Right.
Yeah.
I also like the fact that they didn't even try to like say, "Oh no, this is not Quicksilver." They just like here, like because it's like as soon as we saw, we knew. Exactly. So I'm glad they didn't like try to dumb it down for us.
Exactly. And then of course Vision comes down, and Vision in his old school Vision outfit. There still seems to be a little bit of tension that's going on between them, but he kind of quickly blows it off because he's not going to be with the family. He's going to be doing Town Watch.
Right.
And as he's doing that, Pedro volunteers himself to go ahead and help take care of the kids because he's shown to be a father figure to Vision, while obviously Vision is plan on doing other things. So weird thing, as Vision is leaving and Wanda locks the door and turns around and gets scared by Pedro, he kind of scares a little bit. And I was like, why did that happen? So I'm going to double back to that when we get to my final theories about that. When she talks about the memory about Halloween, and then Pedro goes off and talks about the Sokovia Halloween, and we get a flashback of them, getting a fish for Halloween.
Yeah, I like that little touch. That definitely was like a Malcolm in the Middle, like quick flashback and then right back.
Quick flashback, but whether it happened or not, because Wanda can't remember the story going on like that.
Right.
For some reason. And he said, you probably had so much stuff, you probably suppressed it, which is necessarily could be true, but I think something else bigger could be at work here.
Mm-hmm.
So, but when we go back to the modern time and we see that they are bringing out the Stark Industries drone that was in there, still is surrounded by the Wanda Hex on there.
Yep.
It seems like, what's the FBI agent's name?
Holloway. Or Hayward.
His plan is, he said, if the quicker we can go in there and kill Wanda, we can get Vision back and basically use Vision. They was planning on weaponizing Vision in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Monica have a little bit of argument, and he makes the thing saying, "Look, maybe you shouldn't have been around with your mama dead because clearly you don't have the stomach for it."
I was like, "What?" I was like, just pull the trigger.
You know what?
Just pull it.
It don't help that I watched Judas and the Black Messiah, and the FBI was just pissing me off. And I was just like, you know what? I said, see, this is the problem. Come back. Because I was like,
Monica, just pull it. I'll forgive you for anything you do.
So when the kids are going trick or treating, we now see that the whole neighborhood is full of children.
Yeah.
full of children, and there really is no question why the thing is they are full of children. As you see, Evan Peters is now in his classic Quicksilver costume, and everything, and then when she keeps trying to ask, "How did you get here?" Saying things like that, he responds of having the memories of the Quicksilver from Age of Ultron, Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Yep.
And said, I remember just get shot down the street, and then you called me, and then I just came. So he does not have any of the memories from the Quicksilver from the X-Men movies, but only these movies. So right. It's a question like, what else could that be? Which gets into my other final theories as I get to it, because they make a little kick-ass reference. I like how they made the kick-ass speed and
I did like that.
Yeah, kick-ass.
I feel the need for speed.
Ow! Kick-ass.
And I like how both Evan Peters and Aaron Taylor are both in Kick-Ass.
Or both Kick-Ass, and then they both play Quicksilver, and then once you play Quicksilver, I'm like, the irony and all that.
It's hilarious.
As we see what Vision is doing, Vision is making his way through town. As Vision's getting more and more to town, more and more things are starting to move a little bit slower. They're starting to glitch out a little bit. And we get this creepy scene where we see the woman trying to hang the clothes, but she's going back and forth like this, and the guy's picking up and putting down the pumpkin.
And then the Denzel tear.
What, huh?
And then the Denzel tear just comes right there.
And that glory tear, I was just like, okay, you try to get your Denzel on.
Like, someone gonna see me. Exactly. My agent is going to have calls coming. So
Vision is obviously horrified.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously horrified. We get see, I also skip because Wanda, when she was out there trick or treat with Pietro, and he runs around with the kids, she runs into Herb.
Yeah,
Herb just as Frankenstein, and then but Herb is getting some intel. I don't know where he's getting this from.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you caught on to it or not, but he gets stuff of saying that we get all these kids' candies are being stolen, and then Quicksilver steals all the candy. Then the pumpkins are being smashed, and all the pumpkins are being smashed, and then there's silly string being used, and but he all gets is like a moment before it actually happens.
Right.
So after this call is happening, he asks her, "Wow, do you need me to do anything? Do you need help anything?" Which kind of alludes that Herb might not necessarily be in full Wanda's control either. Did you get that or no?
No, I just took it as he's running around the whole town, and he's so far ahead by the time he gets to where Herb is, and he already got the call that Pietro was like messing everything up.
Okay, I don't know.
So it was like let's say,
like
let's say he started up here and Herb is over here, and he gets the message like, "Oh, they got silly string," and by the time Pietro gets there, he's already filled it up.
Pietro.
I don't know what to call it. Pietro.
No. It's called. Trust me, I know it's late. We get our commercial in this one. If this ain't classic late '90s commercial,
the claymation.
To claymation, they have a thing about Yo Magic, which like Gogurt. Which, by the way, I remember when Gogurt came out and how big of a thing Gogurt was. Everybody wanted that Gogurt. I was just like,
yogurt in a tube. It's just yogurt in a tube.
But they was like, "Yo, man, get that Gogurt, man." I'm just like, "Yo." So we have the commercial about it, and necessarily we don't know if it's alluding to Wanda using her magic. It's called Go Magic, and she doesn't use her magic, she could die. Alluding at the claymation, they turn to a skull, or whatever the case necessarily may be.
I actually took that in a different way, as like the people in the town, they're stuck in here, and the longer they're going, they're just going to die without any help.
That's a good way to put it too.
That's the way I took it.
And
I'm not sure if you heard the theory about each commercial is representing a stone.
Yes, I don't told you that.
Oh, you did? My bad.
Yeah,
this could be the soul stone.
No credit on this joke, man.
This could be the soul stone. Know.
See, now you thinking, bro. We go back to that. It's getting more darker now as Wanda and Pietro could leave the theater, which indicates that on the marquee it says The Incredibles and The Parent Trap.
Parent Trap. What year?
I think it was to represent that we are in the late 90s, early 2000s, so it's combined because the Incredibles came out in 2002.
Right.
And then the Parent Trap with Lindsay Lohan, I believe, came out in 1998.
I think so.
It was either 88 or 88, Lord.
I rented it on VHS.
Say what?
I rented it on VHS.
You could sort of rent the Incredibles on VHS too. VHS
I didn't even know. I think I was on DVDs by then.
No, DVDs ain't really. DVDs didn't start taking off until like 2004, 2005.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's when DVDs start really going like this is the next big thing, kind of like how HD Blu-ray or VOD is doing now, type thing like that. So
okay.
So it indicates that. So she's sitting there talking to Pedro, and she's asking him these different things. She says, she's not remembering a lot of things that Pedro is saying. And then she would ask the question like, "Whatever happened to your accent?" And he goes back at her and says, "What happened to yours?"
What happened to your accent?
What happened to yours?
Oh, and then he said, "Look," he drops this line.
I'm just trying to do my part, okay? Come to town unexpectedly, create tension with the brother-in-law, stir up trouble with the Rugrats, and ultimately give you grief.
I don't think that's Pedro.
Yeah, I agree.
There's only one theory.
I agree.
Because I have a theory where one is Pedro and the other is not Pedro.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Darcy is tracking that because there's a device on Vision tracking from when S.W.O.R.D was trying to operate home, so he can see it's coming. That Vision's about to make his way through the force field because he's trying to figure out what's going on. But before he does that, he is hovering over. He goes back to his whole Vision gear, and he sees that there's less mobility out here. The further you get out of Westview, because Wanda does tell the kids don't go near Ellis Avenue. That's right there where the border is at.
Right.
And there's less activity up there where she probably can control them there. So with Vision flies, he sees a car with Agnes inside the car. When he frees Agnes of this kind of like spell that she's in, the first thing she does, she's looking for her brooch.
Mm-hmm.
She's looking for it, like the brooch is gone. So I'm like, I don't know what that brooch is, but that's even more telling that this is Agatha
Hawkins.
Agatha Hawkins, yeah. And then she says, "Wait a minute! Oh my God, your Vision? Are you one of the Avengers? Are the Avengers here to come save us?" And he says, "Hold on, I want to help you, but what's an Avenger?" And she says, "You don't know. Wait a minute, am I dead?" And he said, "No. Why'd you think that?" "Because you're all."
"Am I dead?" No. Why would you think that?
Because you are.
Because I'm what?
Dead.
And that's the clip I showed you before.
Yeah.
They had one of the early trailers that she said, "You're dead." Like it's actually kind of creepy.
Yeah.
This kind of breaks down, makes like we're not getting out of here. Then he like zaps her back in. But when he zaps her back in, she goes right back into Agnes neighbor mode.
Right.
It drives off. So I'm thinking to myself, is this a ploy? Was she expecting Vision to come out there? Mm-hmm. And was this all part of her plan, like to maybe act like she wasn't operating?
Right. I think so, because when we went to what was the other guy's name? Glenn from The Office? Her? No, not her.
The Pakistani guy.
Yeah, I forget his name.
Okay.
Because when we go back to him, he said she's in my head. Whereas when we go to Agnes, she just straight up throws Wanda under the bus.
Yes.
I think that's really interesting how he said her when she just said Wanda. I think he's trying to put Vision against Wanda.
Yes.
That's what I'm thinking. Because that it was just really weird how she did everything. And even when she was zapped back into normal, she was still slightly aware of what's going on. Yes.
It's almost like it was like a huge act.
Right, exactly. Yeah. That's exactly how I took it.
So Monica gets a text back from her engineer. We don't necessarily see what the engineer is on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be anywhere from Reed Richards. It could be anywhere from a scroll. It could be anything from someone from Hydra. Who knows? Yeah. But she got the text back, and then she plans to go back into the Hex. But Darcy is telling her that you cannot go in the hex because your body your molecules are mutating at a rapid level. So if you just keep going in and out of these things, that it could cause some serious damage, which we already know that
Captain Marvel is coming.
Is Captain. I mean, Spectrum or Photon, whatever her name is, she about to be that in full effect.
Yeah, because we did get slight information, like I think it was the episode 4 where they were doing the X-rays. It was like we can't sense anything. It was like because she's pure energy, you can't X-ray pure energy. So I feel like the more she goes back and forth through the hex, she's going to attain more abilities. And I do have something about that later on, but I feel like
I do think that she's going to attempt to go back to the hex.
Yeah, without a doubt.
One thing I did not mention though is as Wanda is talking to Pietro on the outside of this theater, she's talking about the memories, and we have another vision moment where she looks away and she turns back. It's dead Quicksilver.
They gotta stop doing this.
And I was just like, oh God. For some reason, it made me go like, but it did not. For some reason, it made me jump as Vision did. Which I don't know. It was probably that whole
because of the dent.
It's kind of like because like the little blood clots to the side. It's like I didn't care. Like you probably should have got shot. But I'm saying you ain't that fast kids. The phosphor silver could get out of the bullets. You can't. Yeah. So that sucked. But that happened. And then all of a sudden, Vision starts breaking the barrier.
Right.
You will see how. So as he's going out, pieces of him are starting to come back and suck back into this hex, and he's slowly going back to that gray dead state because he's leaving the hex. He's not protected if he leaves the hex.
Right.
These people in here need your help. So all of a sudden, Wicked finally, after his brother gets his powers of the speed, he stops him with kind of blue X. He has telepathy. He's like, "Mom, I gotta get my mom," because he realizes that Vision's in trouble.
Right.
Or his dad's in trouble. And then when he goes to Wanda, Pedro kind of blows it off that Vision is already dead. Doesn't matter. We can do kind of without him. And she blasts him.
Yeah, she was like, it's not like he could die twice. And it's crazy because he did.
So she blasts him
right in front of him.
It stops everything. Meanwhile, when Darcy's out to try her Vision, they kind of hold her back and they handcuff her to the car. You gotta understand, watching this after watching Juice and Black Messiah, I was so pissed at the FBI just there. I was like, y'all just gonna handcuff her and then be a bitch and leave. Even then, so after he found out about Vision, Wanda freezes everything and expands the hex. So now the hex is growing on, and then it eats up Darcy. I'm curious to see what kind of character she's going to be.
Yeah,
in the thing, everybody's running. They turn to clouds and stuff like that.
Yeah,
it's like turning everything to carnival. Everything. So the FBI agents are running, and it like it's a chase scene where it almost gets the car and everything. Meanwhile, we have Monica and Jimmy Woo escaping in their car, trying to get out. Wait, was this the episode when they were told to get out and they beat down the FBI agent?
Yeah, this is the same episode. Yeah,
I definitely did pass over that. I didn't mean to pass over that. God, it's too late. So that's how the episode ends.
So theory time.
So I have two theories. This is my if Pedro is Pedro theory. I think that Wanda is the one that's in control, and she has reskinned Vision, kind of like a Weekend at Bernie's type thing. Vision is just a dead nomad, but she has reskinned him and gave her all of the reason why Vision is only allowed to believe a certain amount of things is because she given him her memories, and the ones that she doesn't want him to have, he won't have.
Right.
Type thing like that. So I think that's one of them. The reason why she can't do it with Pedro is because I think she's trying to lose control somewhere. So that's why she reskinned him as the Evan Peters version of Pedro, but he still has all the memories of the Aaron Taylor Johnson one that died in Age of Ultron. So then my theory is that Wanda could be in control of this, but then maybe it's something that Agnes is the reason why she doesn't have full control just yet. My second theory, if Pedro is not Pedro, is because certain things that he has been saying and acting is showing to the fact that he came here. Why did he come here? He explains a little bit, but he knows as he comes in what everything is going on. He knows about the script. He knows about what Wanda is making everything.
Right. And
she has no no memories, and really she can't really explain why he looks the way he does.
Right. The only reason why I don't think it's Pietro is the one we know.
Yeah.
Strictly because when he came to the house, the alarms went off. The alarms goes off when someone comes in or out the hex.
Yes.
So this has to be another being that's aware of what's going on.
That. Okay.
This has to be another being that's aware of what's going on, and then thrust him in. Now, the reason why she probably doesn't have full control of him is because, as we noticed, she can't control anyone who has her blood, I'm assuming. She can't control her kids or her brother.
Okay.
I'm assuming the magic does not work with them because we all try to see what she tries to put them to sleep. It didn't work.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming it's the same thing with Pietro because he's too aware of what's going on. Either that or, again, it's not him. That could be the Mephisto of the series or a form of Mephisto.
Yeah.
In the series. Or, for all we know, it could be Agnes.
Yeah.
She was away from the situation. She was far away from the situation.
Especially in this episode when they put her in the title sequence.
Right. That was the only time she was like we haven't seen Agnes and Quicksilver together. So it could be that she pulled Quicksilver from the from outside, brought him in, but she was just stuck there. And that's why she was just sitting in the car. That could be. The other thing is when the hex expanded and it just started capturing all these people, we already know it's rewiring like their genes. Could this potentially lead to the X gene?
That's what I'm thinking. It could probably unlock a mutation
right
in there, which go because this could be her version of the No More Mutants Day, or
exactly
no mutants, but it could be a thing of because how far she expanding this day? She just is it going to this ain't gonna cover all of Jersey? Like what's happening?
Yeah, it's huge. It's huge, and it's like it's crap. What I was gonna say? Totally fine. Well, we already have mutants because of the kids. They're technically mutants.
Yes.
So they're already planting the seeds out. It's just how we're going to go with it.
So I'm very curious to see how the episode's going to go. But right now, for some reason, in my stomach, I don't think that's Pedro.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
And like I said,
it could be Mephisto.
I don't think it's a thing where she's rescanning the people. Because I was just like, I want to get that theory where she does have kind of control, but what's making her lose that kind of control? A little bit of it. So I'm just like, I really think it probably could be somebody else, especially because I don't trust them. Now, since we got 7, 8, and 9, it's going to be an hour. I'm curious to see how they're going to make this thing up. So
yeah. Now, one more thing. I know a lot of people are talking about the engineer. Who do you think that is?
I want to be Reed Richards, but I don't think it is going to be. I think it's a scroll.
Now, the only reason I'm saying this is because Elizabeth Olsen said the cameo is as big as Luke. The only person I could think that would be as big as Luke's is if we see Black Panther and Shuri.
That would make sense.
That'll be the only two people I was like, because they do have their offices. They started expanding outside of Wakanda now. Started playing their offices at different places.
Yeah, but I said, but why WandaVision though? Like, to me, Black Panther and Shuri would fit a cameo of Falcon and Winter Soldier show.
Right. I think it's because of Shuri, her intelligence, and she's also was the one that has the key to from Infinity War. She has the key to bring Vision back, but we didn't finish that.
I mean, okay. Well, if you're looking at that kind of possibility, then maybe so. Maybe they could do that. You know what I'm saying? Bring back I don't know if Chadwick will be part of it, but I'm saying, but
right, yeah, and I think this was recorded before his untimely passing.
oh yeah, I mean, well, a lot of this is recorded because he's part of What If for a couple.
He's part of What If. Right.
There's rumors about him making a cameo on Falcon and Winter Soldier. So who knows? There's a lot of things he probably could have recorded before he
he was working.
So we don't necessarily know.
Right.
I don't think that'll be the cameo. I think it could either be a scroll. I think the cameo could still be Magneto. I'm still putting Magneto.
I'm sure it's most likely maybe him.
I've heard there's a Blue Marvel. I'm just sitting there like Blue Marvel's cool.
Yeah, it's but that wouldn't oh my god.
Power for the casual fan.
Yeah. That don't have that Luke Skywalker thing. Just saying Luke Skywalker in the Star Wars thing is just powerful as it is.
Exactly.
So
even people who don't watch Star Wars know who Luke Skywalker is.
Right. Our expectations are up here, like with it. So I just hope
the bar high. It's high. So guys, that was another breakdown of episode 6. Hopefully that we will not get to you guys this late next week, because I think what me and Andy to do, me and Sweaty to do, is record some things in bulk. So well, I'm glad we got this out to you guys. Post any comments down below your theories of what you may think is going on. Hit the like button if you guys enjoyed our review of it. Make sure you subscribe right here for FabVX Daily movie experiences every weekend, and of course this is supposed to be coming out every Saturday. So make sure you guys check out for WandaVision next week when it's a whole hour. We will make sure we get early and start on that. Okay, so that'll be good too. So once again, this is NC, the place to be. I'm saying the Anime Hero Swag on Zero.
See you later.
All right, and the Nerd Coalition is out. I'll see you on the next channel.